This is the brief on The Great Ruler, episode 406. Okay, so this episode basically throws us right into a big power struggle in the Heavenly Vengeance territory. We've got commanders Muchen and Juyo facing some serious heat, and new players jumping in to shake things up. First off, Muchen and Juyo get back to their base, the Rokan Bird Tower, and not everyone's happy to see them. This guy, Sukun, who's like a really powerful Zizun-level warrior, he calls them out. But Muchen, he just shuts that down fast. Unleashes this incredible power way beyond what anyone expected, making Sukun and the others back off completely. He basically says, I'm in charge and you'll respect Tong Bing, the manager we appointed, or you're out, period. Second, things are heating up at the royal meeting. This is where they hand out powerful marshal positions. Think big influence, lots of resources, and wow, the competition is fierce this time. Only super strong Zizun level 7 fighters and up are even trying. We've got these powerful newcomers, Long Bi and Elder Ku, openly gunning for the current marshal's jobs. And yeah, Muchen and Juyo, they want those spots too, especially before a big trip they're planning. Finally, the big boss, Montelur, who's on a whole other level of power, Adiji Zuzun, makes a really unexpected move. He decides to add 2 new marshal positions, which is kind of shocking because he's turned down strong people before. But get this, he doesn't say who gets them. So now everyone, Long Bi, Elder Ku, Muchen, Juyo, they're all scrambling, adding way more tension. So yeah, this episode is all about shifting power, rising ambition, and a whole lot of uncertainty in the territory.
This is the brief on the Great Ruler's battle for command. All right, everyone, let's dive into the massive Weishanshan territory. Things are really heating up, you know? There's this huge selection process going on for both commander and marshal roles. And believe me, the competition is fierce. So first up, we had the commander selection. Now get this, only 5 spots, but hundreds of hopefuls. You needed to pass tough trials and have powerful backing. What's really interesting is we saw these new commanders pop up, many already at level 8 Shizun. That's a pretty high rank, showing serious spiritual power mastery. And they were often giving the older, level 7 guys a real run for their money. Definitely stirred up some tension, you know? Experience versus raw talent. Second, okay, the main event, the fight for the marshal spots. Now, initially, everyone thought the super powerful level 9 Shizun cultivators, Long Bi and Elder Ku, had it in the bag. No contest, right? Wrong. Suddenly, these younger cultivators, Muchen and Jiyu, step up and say, hey, we want a shot too. Total shockwaves. It kicked off this huge debate across the territory. Should power stick with the old guard or go to those who've proven themselves? And the big boss, Mantulo, totally stayed out of it. Intriguing, huh? Finally, things got really wild. Jiyu actually stepped forward to challenge Elder Ku directly. And then, bam, she unleashes her full power, revealing she'd secretly hit level 9 Shizun 2 after some intense training. Nobody saw that coming. Seriously, it completely flipped the script, proving this new generation isn't just knocking on the door. They've basically kicked it down. So yeah, the stage is set for one heck of an unpredictable clash between the old powers and the new rising stars in Weishanshan. This is the brief on the Great Ruler, Battle for Command. Okay, so buckle up, because the latest from the Great Ruler shows 2 huge power jumps, and it's all leading to a major fight for a top leadership spot. First off, Commander Juyu. Wow, her power has just exploded. We're talking less than a year to jump from maybe Zizun stage 6 or 7, think really high power levels, all the way to stage 9. That's even past the mighty Shu Rou. How'd she do it? Well, she's been mastering the true immortal flame under the immortal Phoenix Queen, this unique power that's like both life and death. It let her totally beat Elder Ku, a veteran stage 9 guy known for his nasty, withering divine body, kind of like a decay power, by trapping him in her immortal flame cover. Pretty neat, huh? Second, you won't believe this. Muchen himself has made a crazy leap too. Now remember, he's human, right? And he's gone from stage 6 to being half a step into stage 9 in under a year. That's almost unheard of. This insane progress makes him a real contender for a big commander job, you know? It's definitely turning heads. Finally, all this builds up to one epic clash. Muchen squaring off against Long B. Now, Long B is a top dog from the northern region, like peak stage 9 level. He's bringing out his famous dragon arms literally packed with dragon power, strong enough to smash other stage 9 spiritual forms, these divine bodies. But Muchen, he's ready. He's got real dragon and phoenix spirits in his arms. Talk about a colossal power fight. So yeah, Juyu and Muchen's incredible power-ups are shaking everything up, setting the stage for this massive battle over who gets to be in command.
This is the brief on the epic battle of Muchen and Long B. Okay, so from the Great Ruler Saga, right, we're diving into this really high-stakes clash between two formidable cultivators, Muchen and Long B. They're basically testing their skills and hidden powers to see who's really top dog in this crucial arena. First off, those initial moments really showed Muchen wasn't what he seemed. See, Long B, he's this powerful rank 9 Zizun. Think Grandmaster level spiritual power. Muchen, technically a bit lower, just a half step away. But wow, he soaked up these devastating attacks, surprised everyone. It wasn't just raw power, it was smarts, tricking Long B into underestimating him, which definitely cost him. Second, the real game changer, Muchen pulls out this hidden ace, a true dragon projection. Imagine this huge golden dragon shadow, like 1,000 feet long, from his special Dragon Phoenix body cultivation technique. Its power? Comparable to a heavenly Zizun, an even stronger tier. This thing just shut down Long B's own dragon moves. A huge statement about Muchen's growth, right? And finally, the knockout punch. Literally. The battle wraps with Muchen's super powerful, true dragon fist. Boosted by that dragon projection. This single punch just overwhelmed Long B's big move, the Fire Dragon Claw, shattering the whole arena. Sent Long B flying. And yeah, he had to give up that important marshal position, a big deal leadership role. So yeah, this fight really hammered home Muchen's incredible potential and proved he was a force to be reckoned with in the cultivation world. This is the brief on the Great Ruler, episode 410. Okay, so things are really heating up in the Weishanshan territory. Big power shifts just happened at their King's Assembly, you know, where the leaders meet. And right after that, boom! A legendary ancient ruin just popped up. Talk about timing. First off, Muchen and Jiyu got huge promotions. They're now marshals. That's a pretty big deal. A top military command spot. Muchen's even showing power like a 9th-rank Shizun expert, which is seriously high-level cultivation. He's the 4th marshal now, with Jiyu right behind his 5th. And get this, Lord Montelulo, who's an even higher tier, an 8th-rank Dzijun expert, actually backed this move, probably to keep things stable after all the changes. Second, this ancient ruin. Turns out it's the legendary ancient Heaven Palace, founded way back by the Sky Emperor, who basically used to rule the whole Tenloa continent. It's supposed to be a massive treasure trove, so Lord Montelulo is pulling together an alliance of northern region powers to go exploring. Historically, this place housed incredibly powerful Dzijun marshals and even 3 Tianjijun warriors. We're talking the absolute pinnacle of cultivation here. Apparently, 2 of those were created using the Sky Emperor's wild 3 manifestations technique, where he could literally split himself into 3 super powerful bodies. Crazy, right? Finally, Muchen's got his own personal quest tied up in this palace. He needs to find the evolution method for the sun god body. Why? Well, it's absolutely vital for his goal of achieving the ultimate great eternal body and, you know, rescuing his mother. So the stakes couldn't be higher for him. He's looking for the hidden scripture hall to find the method and the heavenly lake, which supposedly helps folks pass the dangerous heavenly tribulation. That's a major challenge for cultivators trying to reach the Dzijun level. Oh, and Montelulo gave him a heads up. Watch out for a rival named Zhao Lororo, who's probably after that same sun god body power. So, you've got new ranks, ancient secrets, and Muchen's really personal stakes all colliding. Looks like one epic competition is brewing.